Reality TV has always walked a thin line between authenticity and entertainment, but when stars themselves pull back the curtain, fans are forced to confront an uncomfortable question: how real is reality television? That question exploded into the spotlight when 90 Day Fiancé couple Andrei Castravet and his sister-in-law Jenn Potthast publicly alleged that much of what viewers saw was heavily manipulated, if not outright scripted, by TLC. Their claims sent shockwaves through the fandom, reigniting long-standing suspicions about producer interference, staged arguments, and exaggerated family drama. What followed wasn't just gossip, it was a reckoning about the mechanics of reality TV storytelling. The illusion of reality. Since its debut in 2014, 90 Day Fiancé has built an empire on international love stories, visa deadlines, and combustible in-law relationships. The formula is simple but addictive: bring couples together under intense pressure, add skeptical family members, and watch the sparks fly. Few couples embodied that formula more dramatically than Andrei Castravet and Elizabeth Libby Potthast. Andrei, the outspoken Moldovan husband, often clashed with Libby's tight-knit Florida family, especially her sister Jenn. Heated dinner confrontations, financial disputes, and explosive reunions became staples of their storyline. But according to Andrei and Jenn, not all of those moments unfolded organically. In interviews and social media posts, both suggested that producers encouraged confrontations, reshot scenes, and nudged conversations toward conflict. While they stopped short of claiming every moment was fake, they made it clear the reality viewers consumed was carefully curated. Andrei speaks out. Andrei Castravet has never been shy. On screen, he often appeared combative, fiercely protective of his family, and quick to challenge Libby's relatives. Off screen, however, he has suggested that many of his so-called outbursts were amplified through selective editing. He implied that producers frequently asked leading questions designed to stir tension. How do you feel about her family not trusting you? Do you think they're trying to sabotage you? Would you confront them about it? When such prompts are asked repeatedly, emotions naturally escalate. According to Andrei, scenes that seemed spontaneous were sometimes filmed multiple times to capture stronger reactions. In reality TV production, this technique is often referred to as frankenbiting, where dialogue is edited together from different moments to create a more dramatic narrative. Though TLC has not confirmed such practices in this case, Andrei's comments echoed accusations made by other reality stars across the industry. Jenn Potthast's surprising admission. What stunned fans most wasn't Andrei's criticism, it was Jenn Potthast backing him up. For seasons, Jenn appeared as one of Andrei's harshest critics. Their arguments felt deeply personal. She questioned his intentions, doubted his work ethic, and often accused him of exploiting her family. But in a candid discussion, Jenn suggested that producers sometimes encouraged her to press specific issues. She claimed certain topics were revisited repeatedly, even when tensions had cooled in real life. She hinted that some confrontations were scheduled in advance. Family members were urged to clear the air on camera. Financial disputes were magnified for storyline purposes. For fans who had long assumed the Potthast family drama was entirely authentic, Jenn's statements added a new layer of complexity. TLC's silence. As allegations spread online, TLC remained publicly silent. The network has consistently marketed 90 Day Fiancé as an unscripted reality program. However, unscripted does not necessarily mean unproduced. In the television industry, reality shows operate within structured production frameworks. Story producers track narrative arcs. Cast members film interviews, known as confessionals, after events occur. Scenes are edited for pacing and emotional impact. It's not unusual for producers to ask participants to restate something they said off camera or to recreate a moment missed by the crew. The line between guided and scripted can blur. The power of editing. Editing may be the most powerful storytelling tool in reality television. By choosing which moments to highlight and which to leave out, producers shape audience perception. For Andrei, this often meant being portrayed as the villain, the aggressive outsider disrupting a close American family. For Jenn, it meant embodying the protective sister determined to defend her sibling. But what viewers don't see are hours of calm conversations, jokes, or reconciliations that never make the final cut. Andrei has hinted that positive interactions with the Potthast family were largely excluded, reinforcing a one-dimensional narrative. Jenn, too, suggested that moments of genuine understanding were overshadowed by explosive scenes. The result? A storyline that kept viewers hooked, but perhaps didn't fully reflect reality. Reality TV's open secret. The idea that reality TV is partially staged isn't new. Shows across networks have faced similar scrutiny. Cast members from various franchises have admitted to producer prompting, storyline planning, and selective editing. What makes the Andrei and Jenn situation particularly compelling is the unity of former on-screen adversaries. Their agreement lends credibility to claims that drama was amplified beyond its natural state. It also underscores the pressures reality stars face. Contracts that restrict what they can publicly disclose. Financial incentives tied to continued participation. Social media backlash driven by edited portrayals. For many participants, speaking out risks future opportunities. Why would TLC script drama? From a business standpoint, conflict drives ratings. 90 Day Fiancé became one of TLC's highest-rated franchises precisely because of its emotional volatility. Arguments trend on social media. Reunion specials generate viral clips. Memorable one-liners become memes. In competitive television markets, subtle domestic harmony rarely attracts the same attention as fiery showdowns. By emphasizing tension, whether organic or encouraged, producers ensure audience engagement. But there's a trade-off: viewer trust. Fan reactions, betrayal or validation? Reactions to the allegations have been mixed. Some fans felt betrayed, expressing disappointment that their favorite real moments might have been orchestrated. Others weren't surprised at all. In online forums, longtime viewers admitted they had always suspected manipulation. The over-the-top confrontations, conveniently timed revelations, and recurring family feuds often seemed too perfectly structured to be entirely spontaneous. For many, the exposure didn't diminish enjoyment, it simply reframed it. Reality TV, they argued, is less documentary and more unscripted drama. The psychological toll. Beyond entertainment value lies a more serious consideration: mental health. Being cast as the villain on a global platform can have real-world consequences. Social media harassment, negative press, and public scrutiny follow reality stars long after episodes air. Andrei has spoken about online hate. Jenn, too, has faced backlash from viewers who saw her as antagonistic. If scenes were indeed engineered or exaggerated, the emotional burden of those portrayals becomes even more complex. The question shifts from "was it fake?" to "at what cost?" A changing reality landscape. As streaming platforms grow and audiences become more media-savvy, transparency in reality programming is increasingly demanded. Viewers today understand editing techniques. They dissect episodes on TikTok and Reddit. They compare cast members' social media posts to televised storylines.